man cries out in agony and pain as he is tortured by his enemies. A lion roars out as a man with no weapon in his hand stands in its way. These are the sounds so important in the story of Samson, one of the strongest men who ever lived. In those days, long ago, Israel was ruled over by the Philistines, who were wicked and cruel. They worshipped idols. They did not care for the Hebrews, who suffered greatly under their rule. A leader was needed by the Israelites in order to free them from the Philistines, but there was no such leader in all the land. Yet it happened there was a man by the name of Manoah, a Hebrew from the tribe of Dan. He had rich and fertile land and cattle, but he was not happy. He had no children. His wife, whose name was Zora, was unhappy too. Often she would go out into the fields and pray, begging God to send her a son. One day, her prayers were answered, when an angel of the Lord appeared before her.
Zora! Zora!
Who are you?
That is not important. The important thing is what you have prayed for.
A son. I've prayed desperately for a son.
And a son you shall have. He will be a Nazarite unto God, and he shall begin to deliver Israel out of the hand of the Philistines.
Thanks be to the Lord, my everlasting thanks.
Now you must follow these rules carefully. You must not drink wine nor any strong drink.
No.
And you must not eat anything that comes from the vine, nor may you eat any unclean thing. Finally, your son must never shave his head. No razor must ever come to his head.
I will follow everything you've said.
Remember, your son will be a Nazarite, dedicated to God.
I was the son that the angel of God had promised my mother. My name is Samson. God chose me for a great purpose, and I became the strongest man in all the land. But as I grew older, somehow that purpose left my mind. Instead, I began to show off my strength to friends and strangers. One day in the marketplace, I was having some sport. I had just wrestled 12 men at one time and defeated them.
Oh, Samson! Samson!
Yes? Yes? Who are you?
My name is Caphtor. I am a Philistine lord. I just saw your performance. It was a remarkable feat.
Thank you for saying so.
I can't help wondering where you get your amazing strength.
There's nothing amazing about it. My strength comes from the Lord.
Yes, but what's the real secret?
If there is a secret, it's between me and my God. For if I told it to you, it would no longer be a secret.
Samson, you are speaking to a Philistine.
And you are speaking to a Hebrew.
Do I need to point out that we, the Philistines, are masters in this land over the Hebrews?
So I begin to realize more and more. Perhaps the time will soon come when you will no longer rule this land, nor rule our people.
Are you threatening treason?
Not treason, because I do not consider you my leader.
100 of my men are here. They will tear you limb from limb if I give them the signal.
Call them. I will pile them up in front of you so high, you could never climb over them.
All right, Samson, you have won this time, but I will have my revenge.
I soon forgot all about Caphtor and his threats, but that was my mistake. One day I was wandering through the mountains when I heard an awful roar. And suddenly there came another sound.
Help! Help! Save me! Save me!
I ran into the woods, and there I saw a lion about to attack a woman. I rushed to the lion, and with no weapon in my hands, pulled its jaw apart from its hinges.
Oh, thank you. You are a very, very brave man.
There's no need to worry. The lion is dead.
Oh, how can I ever repay you for this? There's only one man who could have done what you did. You must be Samson.
I am Samson.
Then everything I have heard about you is true.
It depends on what you've heard.
That you are kind and brave and very strong.
I won't deny it's very pleasant to hear what you say about me.
My name is Delilah.
A very beautiful name for a very beautiful woman.
I wish to repay you in some way.
That isn't necessary.
But after seeing you and looking at you now, I feel I want to very much.
Oh, well,
Please call me Delilah.
all right. Delilah?
May I call you Samson?
Of course.
I would very much like to join my name to yours.
You mean become my wife?
Yes. If you would have me, Samson.
Delilah and I talked of our plans for marriage. And all the while, I didn't realize that the whole thing was a plan. A very clever plan that would lead to my destruction. Delilah and I parted, and I went to the marketplace to tell my father of my plans to marry.
But you can't be serious, Samson.
Why not, Father?
Must you choose a Philistine girl for yourself?
What can be wrong? She wants to become a Hebrew.
That isn't what I object to. It's just that there are women in our own tribe. Women among our own people.
But Delilah is the one who pleases me most.
I don't like it, Samson.
What don't you like, Father?
The way you met this Delilah. The suddenness with which you wish to marry. I suspect a trick.
A trick?
Well, what have we here? A family argument?
Kafta.
Yes, and my good friend Samson. I didn't realize Manoah was your father.
What are you doing here? And what do you want? Have you been eavesdropping?
Not eavesdropping. That was not my intention. I'm here to collect payment from Manoah.
I have not heard about any payments to the king.
A new law just passed. We who rule have decided that you who serve shall pay for the privilege of serving.
What kind of a law is that?
Now, don't be angry, Samson. I happen to overhear, not by intention, of course, that you wish to marry Delilah. Splendid match it will make, too. And to show you how I feel about it, I intend to throw a banquet in your honor and Delilah's.
With the food and the cattle you will steal from my father?
Not steal, in just payment.
Just payment? Ha! Get out of here! Get out before I throw you out!
I wouldn't threaten if I were you, Samson.
Fighting won't solve anything.
What shall we do? Give in to them?
I'm afraid we have to.
Sorry, Father, I don't see it that way.
Listen to me, son. I have no doubt you can destroy this Philistine lord and his soldiers. But you cannot destroy all the Philistines.
You'd better listen to what your father says.
But is it not better to die than to be stamped on by these Philistines?
That is the way you look at it, Samson, my son. And I admire your courage and strength. But you cannot make such a decision for all our people.
I'm sorry, Father. I didn't think of it that way.
There, now that's better. That's more sensible. Besides, Samson, just think of the wedding banquet. You're the guest of honor.
It was a magnificent banquet. Even I had to admit that. There was much to eat and much to drink. And soon I even forgot it was food stolen from my father. Another thing I didn't know was that in a separate room, the plotters, Kafta and my bride-to-be
thank you,
Delilah,
sir.
were planning my downfall.
You have done very well so far.
Meeting Samson in the woods was a stroke of luck.
All the Philistines are grateful to you.
Never mind gratitude. I expect payment.
1,100 pieces of silver will keep you for the rest of your life.
Oh, that's the language I like to hear. What do you want of me now?
Samson does not know it, but his food has been drugged. Soon he will feel sleepy. We will leave you alone with him, but we will be hiding nearby. You must find out where his great strength lies, how we can overpower him.
I'll find out. Don't worry about that. But when do I get my money?
As soon as he tells you his secret, and you tell it to us.
I'm so tired.
Rest your head in my lap, Samson.
Why can't I sleep?
You will sleep. Soon.
Help me to sleep, Delilah.
First, you must tell me why you're so strong.
Now, why do you want to know that?
I'm your bride-to-be. There should be no secrets between us.
All right, I shall tell you. If you bind me with 7 fresh bowstrings that have not been dried, I shall become weak as the weakest of men.
Can I bind you and see?
Yes, if you wish.
There. You are bound with 7 fresh bowstrings that have not been dried.
Samson, the Philistines have come to destroy you.
Yeah? What? What's that you said?
I wanted to see if you could break the strings. And you have, Samson. You lied to me.
I was just playing with you.
But how can you say you love me if you deceive me this way?
All right, all right. This is the secret of my strength. Bind me up with new ropes that have not been used, and I'll be as weak as the weakest of men.
I bound you with these new ropes. Now let's see how weak you are.
The Philistines are here, Samson.
Yeah, what's this? Oh, Delilah. You're testing my strength again.
And again you've lied to me, Samson. You don't love me. You can't.
Oh, please, Delilah. Delilah, don't cry. I can't stand it when you cry.
Then tell me the secret of your strength, I beg you.
All right, all right. Weave the 7 locks of my hair on the loom, just as if it were the threads in a piece of cloth.
Will that make you as weak as the weakest of men?
Try it and see.
There. It is done, Samson. Are you now weak as the weakest of men?
Again you've lied to me. Oh, Samson, you can't love me. You can't. I can't believe you anymore.
Now, Delilah, don't take on so.
I can't help it. I love you so much and you go on lying to me.
No, Delilah, please don't say that.
But it's true. You must hate me.
I couldn't hate you.
But you don't trust me.
I do.
Then tell me the secret of your strength.
All right. But you must promise never to tell another living soul.
I do. I promise.
You see, I was chosen by God to lead my people from the tyranny of the Philistines. But somehow I seem to have forgotten my destiny. Somehow...
Yes, but your secret, Samson. Your secret.
Yes, my secret. If my head were to be shaved, all my strength would leave me.
All your strength?
All my strength. Oh, Delilah, I am so weary now.
Yes. Sleep, Samson. Sleep in my arms. Sleep. Sleep.
Samson the strong, now as weak as the weakest of men.
Captor, why have you chained me this way? I feel so weak.
Of course you do, Samson. Your hair has been cut off by Delilah herself.
Huh? She deceived me.
For 1,100 silver pieces, Samson.
What are you going to do with that white-hot poker?
Burn your eyes out, strong one.
No, don't. You can't.
Can't I, though? Watch as long as you can. There!
This is as I deserve. I lost my faith in God, and so it is right for God to desert me.
I was in a dungeon chained to a wall. I spent many, many days in darkness, my eyesight gone, my strength gone. But I renewed my vow to the Lord, and my faith in the Lord was stronger than ever. And then as my hair grew back, my strength returned to me, and I knew I would have my vengeance. I would be avenged before the Lord our God.
Look at the strong man now.
Look at him up there between the pillars like a ragged doll.
The Philistines were having a great feast. Captor, Delilah, all of them. They were taunting me, making jokes of me, laughing. I felt myself standing between two pillars that held up the great building. I placed my hands between the pillars. I lifted up my sightless eyes to God. O Lord God, remember me, I pray thee, and give me strength only this once, O God, and help me that I may obtain vengeance upon the Philistines for my two eyes.
Oh, God! Let me die with the Philistines!
And that is the story of Samson, who almost forgot what he had been chosen for, to serve God and help his people to freedom. But in the end, he regained his faith in God and then regained his strength.